I was 15 when I was the victim of domestic violence, and being at that age, it was quite a lot, and I didn't know how to deal with it, and I didn't have no one to talk to. Although I had my friends, no one really understood the situation, because we're all a bunch of teenagers. What teenager knows about men hitting women? Who knows what to do at that point? In between 15 and 17, 2.5-year relationship was horrible. Although I felt like there were some good points, a lot of the bad points blinded the relationship, the hitting, the verbal abuse, the mental abuse that was encountered really triggered me, and it still affects me till this day. I decided to leave after my son was 4 months old. The last time he ever hit me, I'd had enough at that point, because I felt like this is not something I want my son to think is okay, and for him to grow up thinking that he should treat women like that. I feel like it's important we set the example to our children, so that it's not a continuous cycle that follows on throughout life. When my son was 4 months, I went to go connections, and I ended up moving, and I was told obviously not to tell my son's dad where I lived, which I did, and till this day he still doesn't know where I live. And I feel like that helped me. And in terms of when he takes my child, we meet up at my mum's house, so there is no actual physical appearances between each other. We don't have the conversation. So it's like he stays where he is, I stay where I am. Love is not built on abuse. Love is supposed to be sweet. You know, you're not supposed to feel scared. You're not supposed to feel like you can't tell your partner certain things. You should be able to be open and free with them. So if anybody tells you they love you after they've hit you, please take the time out to understand that that is not love. As you get older, you realise these things. And obviously, as I was a teenager, I didn't understand it. So as I'm understanding this, I want everybody else to know this is not what love is about. And women all around the world should understand the signs of abuse. If the person is checking your whereabouts and continuously hounding you, harassing you to know where you are, that is not love. If the person hits you, then turns around and tells you they love you, that's not love. If the person is making you feel less worthy of yourself, that is not love. If the person is keeping tabs on your friends and telling you who isn't your friend, that's not love. If you're not allowed to go places because this person said you can't go there because they're not there, that's not love. Please keep a lookout for the signs, please. In terms of the mental abuse, if someone is making you feel like you're not good enough, or they want you to change your appearance in terms of controlling you, or they want to control your finances, you should seek help. Please don't feel bad about who you are. Love yourself. My advice to young mothers and mothers of today is you are worthy, you are you. You are the best thing in life today. Your children look up to you and they love you. They want to see you smile, so keep smiling for your children. And please, ladies, don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to seek professional help, because it's always there. If you feel hindered or you feel like you're a burden to someone for speaking about what's going on with you, you're losing out on the help that could benefit you in the future. It could benefit yourself, your child, your whole mindset as a person. You need it. Or don't feel bad for doing what's best for yourself. Don't feel bad for telling on your partner. Don't feel bad for your partner, because your partner should feel bad for doing what they're doing to you. Because as time goes on, your confidence decreases, you feel less worthy as a person, and you as a woman that brought life into this world, are worthy. My advice to moving along after being a victim of domestic violence, as it is hard as a woman because you have your insecurities, you feel like every man out there is the same. Not every abuser is the same. There are women abusers, there are men abusers. Anyone could be a perpetrator in today's world. So we try not to think that everybody is the same, because nobody out there is the same. You'll find love out there, and in terms of moving on, as you've come out of a relationship, it's better to start loving yourself and finding your worth again. Not that it was ever lost, but look deep within and you know who you are. With my current partner, every time like we'd be playing or something, Like if he'd lift his hand up, I'd flinch and I'd think that he was going to hit me, knowing full well he wouldn't hit me. But it's like, because I went through such a bad relationship before, it affected me up until my new relationship. So obviously, as the person loves you and you love yourself even more, you start to realize you don't have to be scared. You don't need to be scared, because you as a woman, you're strong within yourself, and you need to start feeling that strength within yourself. You as a mother, you brought life into this world. You're the most strongest person on this earth. Always remember that. The best way to overcome it is to, as time goes on, slowly let your guard down. Know that you are loved. Know that you know what to do if you ever come across that situation again. And learn to spot the signs from the beginning if you can. As mothers, and as a young mother myself, it's better to educate yourself on certain things, because we pass this knowledge on to our kids. Find out how to prevent things and how you can help yourself and other people along the way. And always remember, you have to put yourself first. If you ever find yourself in a relationship like that, always put yourself and your child first, because at the end of the day, that is all that matters. We tend to think about, we don't want to leave our partners or whatever because we don't want our children to come from a broken home. But it's important to understand that the welfare of your child is more important than whether they come from a two-parent household or a one-parent household, because you never know, a one-parent household could be doing more than the two-parent household. Feeling scared to report your partner because you feel like it's going to burden your child later on in life is I feel like is not the right mindset to have. We should encourage our children to understand that, you know, that toxic environments and relationship is not for them. We should encourage love and respect and all the things. We need to combine them together and teach our children this, so that when they grow older and in their later years of life, they treat their next partner, their family members with the same respect that we taught them as they've grown up. Like if you do feel like your partner can be abusive, like mentally, physically or verbally abusive, I suggest you leave, because self-love is the best love. Once you love yourself, no one can make you feel different about yourself. You don't want a hindrance, you don't want to feel like you're on edge or you're about to die because someone wants you, because of love, not because of you, because of love. You don't want to feel like that. Love yourself, be happy, look after your children, love your children, show your children the best life you can possible. Today, I feel better with myself coming out on my story and telling you how to look after yourself, because it mentally affected me up until today. And for me, coming out to tell everybody else what I went through, it's how I'm coping, and it helps me knowing that I could help someone out there that went through what I went through.